Good morning, everyone. Audible? Good morning to you. Good morning. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So whether slides are coming or not? It is not coming.
So your voice is not clear.
It is on. Voice is clear. Okay. Now it is okay.
Yes, sir.
Rakesh Kumar. Is it okay now, voice?
Sir.
Okay. So let me continue with today's topic. Okay. So as I discussed in earlier class about the good health. Okay. So out of the four basic principle of animal welfare, one is good housing, good feeding, good health, and appropriate behavior. Okay. So good housing. I hope I have already explained to all of you about the good housing. Okay. What are the different aspects and how to provide good housing condition to the animal, okay, in respect to the welfare of the animal. Then I have explained about the feeding also. Feeding means about how to balance the feed, okay, with the importance of roughage, importance of concentrate, and why to give a balanced diet, okay. Balanced diet, like you need to provide roughage as well as concentrate, okay. Roughage also, again dry roughage and green roughage. Then comes to your colostrum feeding, okay, especially for the calf, okay. Why the colostrum is important, then timing, amount, okay, all these things I have already explained about the different factors. Now, when it comes to the health, then this terminology is very, very important. What is biosecurity, okay? So biosecurity, it is very, very important. I hope for human being also we are adopting this biosecurity, okay. So what is biosecurity? So in a simple word or in a simple meaning, it is prevention of the entry of any disease in the farm, okay, from the outside, okay. It is called biosecurity, okay. How you will prevent the entry of the disease to enter to your farm, okay. Suppose some diseases are caused directly, okay. Directly means from animal to animal, okay, maybe from human to human, okay. Some diseases are used to spread indirectly, okay. Indirectly means they need some carrier, okay. Carrier means either vector, it is called carrier, or sometimes vector, okay. Mechanical or biological vector. I hope all these things you have studied in class 12 biology, okay. So indirectly, maybe with the contact with some object, okay, maybe with some equipment which is contaminated with the disease spreading organism, okay. So that is called vector. So biosecurity, it prevents the direct contamination as well as the indirect contamination of the diseases. And you remember, this biosecurity approach is the cheapest, it is the very, very cheap and easiest way to prevention of disease of farm, okay, for the farm, for any farm. So please remember the terminology. What is biosecurity? Biosecurity means the steps taken to prevent infectious diseases from affecting a herd. Herd means a group of animal, okay, dairy cattle of animals and the people who care for them, for both, okay. So biosecurity, how it can be achieved. So let us discuss one by one. So these are the major components of the biosecurity, okay. One is flock management. Flock means how you are managing your farm, how you are doing feeding, how you are managing or cleaning the animal, okay. How many times you are cleaning, how many times you are feeding, okay. So all these things, it is coming under the flock management or how herd management, okay. Management, it is coming under the flock management. under management. Then traffic control. Okay, traffic control. Suppose if any vehicle is coming to your farm for a feed delivery. Okay, maybe whenever you are selling out any animal, that time some truck or vehicle can enter to your farm. Okay, so that is about the traffic control. Okay, you need to control the vehicle entry to your farm. Okay, so this is also one of the component of the biosecurity. Then the third one is isolation. So what is isolation and what is quarantine? Anyone from you? What is isolation and what is quarantine, and what is the difference between isolation and quarantine? Okay. Yes, you are very correct. Isolation means, suppose within the herd, if any animal is sick or suffering from any disease, that animal, if you are keeping in one separate place, that practice is called isolation. Okay, isolating the animal from the herd. And now quarantine means, if any animal is coming from the outside, or you are purchasing any animal and you want to introduce to your herd, so before you introduce, you have to keep the animal in a separate house for at least 21 days. Okay, why it is 21 days? Because the incubation period for most of the pathogen, it is 21 days. Okay, if that animal is having or harboring any pathogen, so definitely it will show some symptom within that period. Okay, that is quarantine. So this isolation, quarantine, this is also one of the component of the biosecurity. Then the fourth one is cleaning and sanitation. Okay, cleaning and sanitation, it is very important. Okay, cleaning of the floor, cleaning of the milking machines. Okay, cleaning of the milking equipment. Then cleaning of our hands. Okay, while touching the animal. Okay, or after touching one animal, then another, switch over to another animal. So at that time, you need to clean and sanitize your hands. Okay, very carefully. So these are the four principles of biosecurity. Okay, so you please remember flock management. Flock management means it comes housing management, feeding management, then your labor management. Okay, then your milking practice. Okay, how you are practicing the milking in order to spread the disease. So all this it is coming under the flock management. Traffic control means, if any vehicle is coming enter to your farm, that time you need to take some precautionary measure. Okay, that one I will be showing some picture. Okay, so traffic control, then isolation, quarantine, then cleaning and sanitation. Okay, so these are the components. So what is the goal of biosecurity? So goal is, like, first is prevention and to prevent the spread of diseases. Okay, so by biosecurity we can prevent the spread of diseases from one animal to another animal or to your farm. Okay, so likewise it will improve the welfare of the animal. Okay, so if any animal is not suffering from any disease, that means welfare of the animal will be maintained. Okay, then to identify the disease early. Okay, so if you are practicing biosecurity, then you can stop the entry of disease at a very early step. Okay, stage. Then the last one is protect the food supply. Food supply means, suppose if if your animal is suffering from any diseases or any outbreak is there, that means the food supply chain will be disturbed. Food supply means it may be milk. Okay, it may be broiler chicken or egg production. Okay, so if any animal or any farm is suffering from any disease, that means the food supply chain will be disturbed. Okay, so that's why, to protect the food chain, okay, in a normal way, so you need to take strict biosecurity measure in the farm. Now, how does this disease spread? Okay, that one I have already explained. So this disease may transmit either directly, okay, from animal to animal. You see the picture. Okay, from animal to animal. Okay, it may be of the same species or maybe different species. Okay, if your animal is coming in contact with some wild species or wild animal, dogs. Okay, so by that way also disease can transmit from one animal to other animal. Okay, so that is the direct transmission. Okay, then indirect is thoroughly contact with the equipment. Okay, equipment or the object. Okay, object contaminated with the disease causing organism. So for this, I will give one example. Suppose if you are doing or practicing the milking of one healthy cow and other unhealthy cow. Okay. So if you are touching the udder of the healthy cow after doing the milking of the unhealthy one, then the disease may spread to unhealthy to healthy cattle. Okay. So like this way also disease may spread. Okay. So that is, there is two meaning. One is directly and indirectly. So next, going to the next slide, examples of disease carrying objective. Okay, so which these are like gum boots. Okay, boots. Then coveralls. Okay, coveralls. Then needles. Okay, needle and syringe, which is used for the treatment purpose. Then obstacle chain. Okay, obstacle chain means some type of rope is sometime used for animal tying purpose. Okay, so this chain also it may transmit the disease. Then skid streets. Okay, then tractor and loader. Okay, means all the equipments which are used for the farm in the which are used in the farm, that may cause the transmission of the diseases. Okay, so these are the examples. So these objects are called fomite. Okay, FOMITE. Okay, you please remember the terminology. Okay, what is fomite? FOMITE. Fomite means any inanimate object which may transfer the disease. Okay, inanimate means they do not have life. Okay, so inanimate object, all are inanimate object. So all these are example of fomite. 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 Okay, gum boots, coveralls, the needle syringe. These are all fomite. FOMITE. Remember. Oh, then you see the traffic control. Okay, suppose if any vehicle is entering to your farm, so you need to wash the tire. Okay, at least the whole vehicle, if it is possible, then well and good. Otherwise, you need to spray disinfectant solution at least in the tire. Okay, so in order to prevent the any diseases to your farm. Okay, then this is about the truck. Okay, how to wash the tire. This is the picture. Okay, then your the equipment like the nail cutter and all this the like farm equipment and veterinary supplies, hoof trimming tool. Okay, hoof trimming, these are the hoof trimming knife. Okay, so if hoof is needs to cut, then at that time this equipment are used. Then clothes, then boots. Okay, so all these equipment you need to disinfect and very carefully. Okay, before entering to any farm. So then this is about the cleaning of the tools. Again, same like you need to. These are the some chains. Okay, which is used for this one parturition. Okay, you see this is the carving procedure. So these chain are used for pulling out the calf from inside mother. Okay, so this type of chains before using you need to disinfect them properly. Okay, you need to wash properly so that the chances of infection can be reduced. Okay, then like all these equipments you need to disinfectant with the solution before using. Okay, so these are very simple procedure. And as I said, this like again, whatever the clothes you are using for farm use, then you need to wash them time to time. Okay, so this is the picture showing the washing machine. Okay, if it is there, then well and good. Otherwise, by a simple procedure also, one can wash the clothes which is used regularly for the farm purpose. Then gum boots. Okay, gum boots. I hope all of you can remember. So in your very early days from our LPM farm, we have suggested you people to purchase one pair of gum boot. Okay, so this is the purpose of using gum boots. So gum boots can be disinfectant very easily. Okay, you see the surface is smooth. Okay, but the normal shoes which you used to wear, okay, these are having some type of So there are so equipment to worker means suppose milking utensil, or if your worker is touching the milking utensil, then again touching the cow or healthy animal. So like that way also disease may transfer. Then environment to cow. Okay, environment to cow means suppose if environment to cow also it may transmit. Okay, environment means okay, that is coming under the environment. So next is very important. Okay, this important. You need to be aware of the visitors. Okay, so visitors like strangers. Okay, so visitors means they used to visit to means so many places. Okay, so if any visitor is coming to your farm, so for them you need to take utmost this one biosecurity measures. Okay, so for all visitor you need to wash their hand. Okay, you need to ask them to follow the biosecurity norms of your farm. Okay, at least to wear gumboots. Okay, then if they want to touch, then they need to wear the gloves and all. Okay, so visitors are very important in respect to the biosecurity measures of the farm. Okay, so going to next slide. So like about the feeding. Okay, so feeding I already explained this feeding and all. It is coming under the flock management. Okay, if feed is infected, or if feed there is any mold growth. Okay, mold means fungus. Okay, fungal growth, or if the feed is wet. Okay, and if it is rancid. Okay, rancid means already putrefied. If it is means quality is not good, then better not to offer. Otherwise they may suffer from certain diseases. So this is coming under your management. Then your fence. Okay, fence means the boundary of your farm. So why this boundary is to prevent the entry of the wild animal. Okay, wild animal means it may be wild dog or wild cat. Okay, so wild dog and wild cat, so they are reservoir of the new, or they are responsible for the very new diseases. Okay, compare with the human disease also. So all from the wild species only. So this fence is very, very important for any farm. Okay, it may be dairy farm, it may be sheep and goat farm. Voice is not audible. Somebody, is it okay now?
Yes, sir. Voice is breaking.
Okay. So this your fencing is very, very important. Okay, fencing is you need to make fence, or you need to make the outer wall of your farm complex. Okay, to prevention of the entry of the wild species, maybe wild dog or wild cat. Okay, as you know, this wild animal is responsible for so many diseases, okay, for human being also, for animals also. Okay, all the new emerging disease, it is coming from the wild species. Okay, so that's why you want to keep your farm healthy, then you need to stop the entry of the wild dog and wild cat or any kind of animal to enter to your farm. Okay, so the okay, any sick animal, if you are suspecting activity farm, is suffering from or showing some new abnormalities, so that thing you need to report to the higher authorities, okay, as quickly as possible. So if you can report in a quick response, then the response will be very fast, okay, from the higher authority. Then to improve animal welfare, now comes to the animal welfare. Suppose if you can maintain the biosecurity measures in a proper way, in a scientific way. Scientific way means suppose if any vehicle is entering to your farm, you are washing them or cleaning with the disinfectant. So if any visitor is coming to your, then also you are taking utmost care. Okay, then coming to your management, you are providing feed to the animal, good quality feed. Okay, good quality feed as well as good housing condition. You are providing good housing condition. So all this, if you can maintain, then definitely the welfare of the animal, means the animal will not suffer from disease. As a result, the welfare of the animal will be maintained. Okay, so as you know, the health is also one of the component of the animal welfare. So yeah, by biosecurity, good biosecurity measures, you can improve the health of the animal, and if the health of the animal is maintained, then you can consider the welfare of the animal is also maintained for that farm. Okay, now to protect the food supply, so if the welfare of the animal is good, then the food supply chain also will be maintained. Okay, food supply chain means, suppose if you are running one dairy farm, then your major output is milk. Okay, if you are running any broiler farm or any poultry farm, then your major output is egg as well as meat. Okay, then the food chain will be maintained. Okay, so this is the importance of the biosecurity for any farm. Okay, so your farm at home. Okay, suppose if you are having any animal at your home, then also you need to take the biosecurity measurement. Okay, security measurement means, suppose if you are entering to the animal shed, then better to change your cloth. Okay, nowadays it is very, very important. So I don't know whether you know about African swine fever. So this outbreak is going on in the northeast region, okay, especially in Mizoram. Okay, Mizoram. Last year it happened in Assam. This year in Mizoram, and you cannot believe that in our farm also almost 90% pigs have died. Okay, only pig with a piglet it is there. So all this happening because of one disease called African swine fever. It is called ASF, African swine fever. So for that African swine fever, there is no vaccine. Okay, this is caused by one virus. Okay, so there is no vaccine till now. So biosecurity is the only way to prevent entry of this disease to your farm. Okay, still we have followed the biosecurity measures, but then also somehow this disease entered to the farm, and almost 90% of the pigs have died. Okay, so that's why biosecurity is very, very important in order to prevention of any disease, and it is the cheapest way. Okay, you remember, security is the cheapest way. You try to remember this sentence. Okay, this is the cheapest and easiest way to prevent any kind of disease for the animals. Okay, as well as for the human being also. Okay, so for human beings, we are not giving this terminology biosecurity, but these days we are also maintaining these biosecurity measures. Okay, so if any unknown person is coming to our house, then we are taking. We used to take utmost care. Okay, suppose washing hand, then changing clothes. Okay, taking good feeds. Okay, so all are coming under biosecurity measures. Okay. So this is the last class for this class. Okay, you remember benefits of the biosecurity. Okay, biosecurity terminology. You remember what is biosecurity? That the benefits of the biosecurity and how to biosecurity in a farm. Okay, so these are the major benefits. So it helps keep out disease for okay. Then the risk of the infection, then limits the spread of the disease. Okay, so if we are maintaining strict biosecurity measures in a farm, then the spread is from the healthy or unhealthy to healthy one can be stopped.
Sir, your voice
Is it okay now? It is breaking. Now it is okay. It's not okay.
No, sir.
Okay. So it's not okay. Wait. Is it okay now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let me conclude this topic. Okay. So the importance of biosecurity. Okay. So to conclude this topic, you remember this biosecurity helps to keep out the diseases to enter to any farm. Then it reduces the risk of the disease. Then limit the spread of the disease. Okay, so it stops the spread of the disease from unhealthy to the healthy flock. Then improve the overall health of the flock. Okay, flock is also same. Okay, group of animal. Okay, group of bird. You can say group of bird. Then reduces the mortality. Okay, reduce mortality means the death rate. Okay, death, DEATH, death rate, and improve the profitability. Okay, suppose if the death of animal is less for any particular farm, then you can consider the profitability also, it will increase. Okay, so this is about the biosecurity. So this picture shows the healthy cows are responsible for the safe food. Okay, so these are related. Okay, correlated. So healthy cow is supplying the, you can expect the safe food from a safe animal. Okay, so that is the conclusion for today's talk. Okay, so for getting safe food means it may be milk product, it may be raw milk. Okay, it may be either different, you see as in picture, it may be cheese, it may be butter, it may be paneer, or it may be raw milk. Okay, whatever the items, so you can get the good quality of this product when the animal is healthy. Okay, so that's why the healthy cow is very, very important in order to get safe food. Okay, so please remember, for a healthy cow you need to take care the cows. Okay, taking care means the biosecurity measurement. Okay, because it is the cheapest and easiest way to prevent any diseases to enter to the farm. Okay, this is about the biosecurity. Okay, so this biosecurity concept, it is similar for all the species. Okay, for poultry farm also it is same. What is biosecurity, how to achieve the biosecurity, and how to protect the animal. So all the procedure it is same. Okay, for dairy farm, or it may be poultry farm, it may be piggery farm. So for all the farm it is same. Okay, so you please remember the basic components of the biosecurity. So these are the 4 major components of biosecurity: flock management, traffic control, isolation, cleaning, and sanitation. Okay, so in next class I will be explaining what are the different types of disinfectant which can be used in a farm. Okay. So any queries for this topic? Rana. Rana.
Yes, sir.
What is biosecurity?
Yes, sir.
Can you explain what is biosecurity?
Yes, sir. Sir,
What is biosecurity?
To prevent different spreading of diseases to livestock.
Whether this biosecurity, whether it is discussed in poultry course or not?
No, sir.
Not yet discussed.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you please go through this topic very nicely. Okay, so one question you can expect in your final exam from this chapter. Okay, from this topic, particularly from this topic. Okay, so what is biosecurity? Then what is the role of biosecurity during this COVID-19 pandemic also? Okay, so for COVID-19 pandemic during under this situation also means current scenario, the biosecurity is very very important. Okay. Then I have given one example of this African swine fever. Okay, so this African swine fever, no need to know what is that, but that disease is killing the pigs like anything. Okay, so that's why biosecurity for any farm it is very very important. So biosecurity, how to achieve the biosecurity? By good flock management, then traffic control, then isolation and cleaning and sanitation. Okay, you need to clean the equipments which are used in the farm regularly, okay, in a daily basis. Okay, in case of dairy farm it may be different utensil, okay, which are used for milking purpose. Okay, maybe the casting rope. Okay, so whatever items you are using for or in the farm, so that thing needs to be disinfected or needs to clean regularly. Sarmishta. 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 Nivedita. Rimjim.
Yes, sir.
Nivedita.
Yes, sir.
What are the four components of biosecurity?
Flock management, traffic control, isolation, and cleaning.
Okay, cleaning. Okay, what? Where is Rimjim? Rimjim, Digha, Erentila.
Yes, sir.
Erentila, Digha. Okay, Digha. What is fomite? FOMITE. What is fomite? Am I audible to you, Digha? Digha, what is fomite?
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
What is fomite? FOMITE. What is fomite? What is fomite? Okay.
Sir,
Sir,
the objects which carry.
the materials which carry infectious diseases.
Okay. Okay. Anisha Gurun. Anisha. Anisha.
Yes, sir.
Can you tell me the procedure of this one milking procedure? How milking is carried out in the farm? Milking management. How will do the milking? Whether these things discussed or not. How to milk a cow? Okay. I'm asking to Anisha. Anisha, can you answer? Can you tell me?
So what's the question, sir?
How will do milking of any cow, of a cow?
So there are three methods, like three phase. First is post milking, and during milking, and after pre-milking.
Okay, very good. So pre-milking, what are the procedure you need to do during the pre-milking phase?
So you have to clean the udder.
Continue.
And we have to milk first the healthy cow and then the unhealthy ones.
Then Rakesh.
Sir.
What are the different methods of milking?
Sorry, sir, I forgot.
Somadip, what are the different milking methods are there? How many methods are there?
Sir, there are 3 methods: full hand milking, stripping, and knuckling.
Okay, knuckling. Okay. Sapna,
Yes, sir.
what is phase out system of animal housing? Phase out system of animal housing.
Head-to-head system.
Phase out.
Extensive system.
Phase out system. He said, can you tell me what is phase out system of animal housing?
So tail to tail.
Okay, very good. Thank you, Vijay. Lobzang. Drema. Lobzang. Okay. So I'll take one surprise quiz, okay? Not in this week, means not this coming week. So after 10-15 days, I will take one surprise quiz, okay? So this time, instead of your third internal, so this mark I'm going to add, okay? So this surprise quiz test mark, as well as this assignment score and all, okay? So this time, instead of this third assessment, because this assessment, it seems it is very easy to score in the assessment, okay? So, and for you and for us, the meaning of assessment is now it has changed, okay? So we are not assessing, and we cannot assess you by this online system, okay? So considering this, I will take some this one surprise quiz test, okay? So let's suppose for group A in a particular day, and for group B in other day, okay? So it won't be same for both the group, okay? It will be different for both the group. So like this way, I will be doing this one, the assessment, okay? So instead of this third assessment, so I'm going to take some surprise quiz. Is it okay, Joshua?
Yes,
You
sir.
are the class here, so you also need to agree, okay, with me. So if you agree, then I can proceed, okay, like this way. Okay, then thank you so much for attending this class, but still your attendance is very, very less, okay? Like Lobzang also. Yeah, her name it is there, but I don't think so. He is there, okay, in her hand, okay, in her hand she is not there. So don't do all these things. So So tomorrow, madam will take the class. So tomorrow at 9, madam will take the class. So regarding your this one, from next month onward, unit 7, 8, 9. Okay, about the okay, then your pig. Okay, pig and horse, then lab animals. So in this we will be discussing and about the yak and Mithun. Okay, Arunachal. Anyone from Arunachal?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Ania. तो आप लोग खाते हो?
Sir.
मिथुन खाते? Okay, okay. We will be discussing Mithun as yak also. Okay. This coming under the both species. There is there. Okay, this species okay, in the. Okay, so before topic, so surprise quiz for this from the beginning is in connection with the your general terminology will be included. Okay. So thank you so much. So regarding, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
For you, no need to worry for both discuss in the class. Just nicely, okay. The thing. Okay, okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Lise, are you there?
Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.